We increased our AI citation share by 52% in 3 months. And today, I will show you the exact framework we use and share the 5 tactics you can copy right now. Hello, I am Dejimar and welcome back to the AI SEO Playbook. In our previous video, we covered how you are going to build your brand's authority to get noticed by AI. But authority is just the beginning of your AI SEO journey. Next comes content engineering. In this new age of AI SEO, your content must be as accessible and easy to read for AI models as it is for humans. So today, I will show you the data-backed tactics we use to make our content the definitive source in our industry, from semantic SEO to the technical details that make AI crawlers love your site. The mission for us is simple. When someone asks AI a question about web hosting or building a website, we want the answer to be built on our expertise, not just having the focus on generating traffic, but also on winning the citation. We found there are 3 main tactics you can use to engineer your content for AI citation. The first tactic is to master semantic SEO. Semantic SEO is the framework that can take you from invisible to indispensable, not just in AI search results, but also in Google. And all it takes are 3 structural changes that you can make to any article. The old SEO strategy was to build articles around a list of keywords, but AI and the bots do not search for keyword density. They search for the clearest, most direct answer. When you engineer for clarity, you win the citation. And here's how you are going to do just that. First, write an answer-first introduction. Ditch the generic intros. Instead, dive into the solution right away. For example, in our case, instead of starting with "in this guide we will explore domain costs," we wrote, "Domain names typically cost from $10 to $15 per year. Top premium domains can reach thousands." The first paragraph should be a natural summary of the article's key takeaways, mimicking how AI itself constructs answers, or even how you would explain the concept to a friend. Second, create a logical flow. Think about how you would explain a topic to a friend. You would give the direct answer, then provide context and details. Structure your articles with the same natural progression to strengthen your authority. And third, turn your subheadings into questions your audience is asking, and answer them immediately. Below a heading like "How much does a domain name cost?", our first sentence gives the direct answer. A domain name costs $9.99 for the first year. This makes your content incredibly easy for an AI to parse and cite. We tested this framework on 100 of our articles, and the results were clear. Our citation share for related prompts jumped from 3.1% to 4.7%. That's a 52% relative increase, and we saw results just 3 weeks after the first updates. The second tactic is build and defend your topical authority. You need to move on from winning single keywords to owning the whole conversation. AI models are looking to cite from an encyclopedia, not a pamphlet. The blueprint for building this encyclopedia for your brand is a topical map. Basically, a topical map is your plan to cover a subject from every angle. You identify a core topic, map out related subtopics and user questions, and then create content for each one. When you link those pieces together, you create a dense web of expertise that signals to AI that you are not just writing articles, you have built the entire library. So, how do you create the most impact in the smallest amount of time? Start with comparison articles. Think about it. When you are narrowing down a decision, let's say which headphones you want to buy, you will search for an article that compares your top 2 choices. Or you will ask ChatGPT a question like, "Which headphones should I buy? The Apple AirPods Max or the Beats Studio Pro?" This type of comparison content is already in a perfect, highly structured format that AI loves. To make this work for you, first, use comparison tables. They make facts scannable and citable. Second, explain who each option is best for, not just which one wins. And third, be honest about competitor strengths. This builds trust with both readers and AI. By focusing on comparisons first, you are strategically building the highest impact piece of your topical map. And then make your authority obvious. For traditional SEO, we know that for ranking in Google, you need to focus on EEAT. That stands for expertise, experience, authoritativeness, and trust. And AI is getting smarter about it too. And you don't just need to have this double EAT, you need to show it off in your content. One simple action you can take is to create detailed author bios. Don't leave it at a name next to the blog post. Add an author bio where they can link social media profiles, mention prior credentials, and describe their real-world experience. Something like what we have done with Hostinger tutorials. Author bios contain specific, verifiable information and build trust with AI by connecting your content to the human behind it. Now, let's talk about the rest of your website. Your core pages, landing pages, and the technical foundation of your site. These elements are just as crucial as your blog content when it comes to being cited in AI responses. The first tactic of this second part is make your landing pages citable. On more commercial pages, whether that's products, services, or subscriptions, the goal is not different from the content. You want those to be cited as well. Citations can come from any page where someone makes a decision, and you can increase that likelihood by making your landing pages more data-rich, that AI has more to draw from. Consider adding informational summary blocks to each page. For example, at the top of a new product page, add a brief paragraph that explains the product being sold or the service purpose. Adding simple HTML tables with data like key features of your product will go a long way, since AI crawlers love structured data and will more easily be able to read that page. Finally, always have a targeted frequently asked questions section. Try to anticipate the top 3 to 5 questions someone might have and answer them right on the same page. This can be easily inserted into a product description, and it is practically spoon-feeding AI models the exact information they want and need. And the second tactic for engineering your website is removing all friction for AI crawlers. None of this is going to work if AI models cannot crawl your site. You can have the most well-optimized content in the world, but if AI crawlers do not see it, it still won't appear in any AI responses. So how are you going to do that? First, perfect your schema markup. A schema markup is a structured data code that explicitly labels your content for AI. Instead of forcing crawlers to guess at what your page is about, you tell them exactly what it is, like giving AI a perfectly organized filling system instead of a stack of messy papers. Because they can't find exactly what information they need, they will always decide to cite those perfectly filled pages. Next, you are going to maximize your crawlability. Not only you are going to make sure AI crawlers can read and understand your information, you are going to make sure it is easy for them to get there. So regularly fix technical issues like broken links and redirect loops, and make sure to add an llms.txt file to your file directory. This is a new standard, and with Hostinger you can actually add this automatically to any website by going to General Settings in the Website Builder sidebar or in the Hostinger Tools plugin on your WordPress dashboard. But now, let's think bigger. What is going to come next? AI SEO is a response to how we search online. Next, AI agents are going to change the way we do our browsing. If your site is slow or unstructured, an AI agent won't be able to properly access it and will move on to the next competitor. So make sure you are choosing a hosting service that is fast, easy to use, and optimized for AI. In that way, you will be future-proofing your business in more ways than just SEO. Content engineering is not a one-time fix. It is a new way of thinking about what you post online and creating an ecosystem of content that is built for both humans and machines. Where can you add more structure on your website? And how are you making it easy for AI to see your expertise? The tactics I have shared give you a blueprint to get cited in the new era of search. Now, we have covered your brand and your content. But how do you actually measure all of this? In the next video of the AI SEO Playbook series, we will cover the tools and metrics you need to track. So make sure you hit that bell so you are notified when it is available. Until then, I recommend checking out this playlist to catch up on what we have talked about AI SEO so far. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.